Okay.
No, I kind of see a bikini a little bit too. I see what you see, Senator, a little bit.
Yeah, cause I'm like, let me
I
see
will
that.
say that silhouette of his was snatched, but I could
No, like that look like me.
bitch, it was giving what
That look
weight,
like me.
bitch. Bob Marley was giving what weight,
I
bitch.
was thinking that too.
Okay. What you thought that?
Yo,
What's
what?
up,
Yeah.
Cyrus? So
D-Town,
Todd?
so come
Hey,
over here and
thank you,
get the hug.
Timbo.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you. Yeah, you definitely get
I'm
You
crying.
already know what it is. You get that follow, but you get a hug.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you got any kids?
So what?
You got any like kids?
Nah, my mama told me to wear a raincoat when it was sunny outside, so I wore my raincoat. So I still got my
Yes,
freedom.
sir.
Origin story of how Asian people became Asian people and how African people became African people, how white people became white people, or whatever the case
I
may be.
wasn't asking that.
Or, I can't tell you the origins of that. I think that the origins of that comes down to like genetics and stuff like that. It might be,
Sure.
it could potentially even be geographical, and it could be have to do with the fact that
Okay.
when if there was an Adam and Eve, maybe there was, and maybe we're all brothers and sisters and all that. If you're African or Asian or Indian or whatever you are, it doesn't even matter because we're all from the same bloodline, and maybe that's just
Yep.
from people breeding with each other and having like,
hmm
like doing, and then all of a sudden there's all these different types of people, and that's uniqueness. That's beautiful. I don't
hmm
think anyone should be hating on people because they're different than them.
Of course. But when I think about the origins of people, I think about it a little bit less specifically and more like, where did people come from? Why are people here? And when you answer that question, you say it must be some tyrannical judge that is putting us in this evil prison to keep our minds bought, and we got to wait. We're trapped. Now, in that reality, to me, the creator of that reality would be evil. Correct?
I don't think it is. I think they're good. I don't think that
Well, then
they're
why would the
putting us here to be
creator?
trapped or anything like that. They're putting us here to test us. It's a test to see our moral compass. It's to test to see if we're genuinely
Sure, but
remorseful for the
would
sins
the
that we did,
would
and if we learned from our mistakes, so that when we do have our judgment day, they can decipher if we should be released a bit into freedom or not. Is what I think.
okay? So for this creator, would this creator then be good or evil?
For all we know, they could be evil, and they're good. They're trying to be
If
good is all a facade, just like this world we live in now. All the government's trying
if
to be
that
good. Oh, we're trying to look out for you. Yeah, you're not really though. So yeah, I agree.
if
It could be one
if
of them.
that were true, then there would be no love, because the creator would have had to have created love. An evil creator cannot create love because evil has no love in it. If the creator was evil, there would be no good.
That's not
There
true.
would be no.
That's not true because
There would be no
a
hope.
creator makes their own decisions, and a creator like me walks a fine line of evil and light. Like I show you on my face, I walk a fine fucking line of evil and light.
Sure, but is evil a thing?
Yes, it is. I am half evil and half a very beautiful person. Half of me is so beautiful, and the other half has just been corrupted.
So, if you take a cup and you shine a light on it on a table, what is behind that at that point?
If you take a cup, is it transparent?
No, shine a light. Anything. You take something and you shine a light on it. What is behind it? What are you creating in that respect? It's something behind a light. If you have a light shining at something, right behind that thing is a. Oh, you had to kick somebody. I got you.
Y'all don't even dance with logic. Y'all just mansplaining to one another.
No, not mansplaining. I'm
No,
trying
we're
to.
not. We're not even trying to like necessarily. We're simply bouncing ideas off each other.
And I understand what you're saying, but for me, evil doesn't exist as a thing. I consider evil to be the lack of a thing. Just as when you shine a light at a cup, the shadow behind the light is created by the light, but is not light itself. Now, darkness does not exist as a thing. The lack of light, the absence of it, can be dark seeming, but even in the deepest, darkest corners of the universe, there's still light It's just a spectrum we can't see. Darkness does not exist as a thing. It is just when there is an absence of light, like a cup on a table, and you shine the light at it. The shadow behind it is created. I feel like good and evil is similar unto that same analogy, that the goodness, the shining, but the shadow that's created, or the lack of good, is what is then evil. People who, with the lack of intelligence and knowledge, is evil. People with the lack of understanding do evil things. People with the lack of knowing and then fearing for lack of that knowledge, that fear then is what is evil. What does the Bible have the Satan character? The word Satan means adversary. In the original composition of these words, that word was adversary. It didn't even say Satan. The adversary of mankind is and always has been what? Or who?
Monkeys and aliens, because the aliens came
No,
from
us.
space.
Us.
We are
We are our own worst
yeah,
enemies.
but look,
We kill each other.
what
We
happened
rape each
was
other. We
is
steal.
this earth
Humans.
this earth
Humans.
did not
Humans
have
are.
humans
We
on
are
it.
our.
Humans
We are our
weren't around.
adversaries.
Humans were not around here until a couple thousand years ago.
Yeah, but we are our own worst enemies.
This world's
We
been
kill each other.
this
We
earth has
steal.
been
We
around
rape.
for millions of years. Humans have only been here for a
Don't worry
couple
about that. Don't worry about the
thousand years.
specifics.
You know how
Let's
humans
just
came
get
to
the
exist?
generalities.
They came to exist because
That doesn't
aliens
matter.
came down from Earth, from other
What?
galaxies.
No.
Other
No,
galaxies. They came
there's
down
no
and
traveling through space like
they
that. But
had
no, you can't
sex
travel through
with the
space.
monkeys. They fucked the
Do you
monkeys.
know how far away, bro? Do you know how far away other galaxies are? Trillions of light years. You're telling me an alien race came here
Yes.
trillions of light years after they left just to get here to fuck monkeys?
Yes.
There wouldn't have been monkeys here when they left. There would have been nothing. No planet,
Yes.
nothing.
It's the
Why would
Anunnaki,
they do
bro.
that?
It's the Anunnaki. They came down here and they had intercourse and they bred and had
Why, though?
relations with the
Why?
monkeys. And that's what
Why?
humans are. If you look at humans, we're half alien, we're half monkey. If you look at my face, you can see I'm half
Why?
naked and I'm half hairy. It's because we're half
Why?
alien and we're half monkey.
But why? Why would they do that?
Now,
Why would a
we
species...
have a higher consciousness because of the Anunnaki. They came down here and spread their knowledge through breeding with the monkeys.
Sure, but
and
why?
through genetically through over the years, we've developed our own consciousnness because of
But
them
why?
coming down here. It's
Let
called
me-
evolution. That's the word I'm looking for.
We can't. No, consciousnesses are never developed from nothing. But just question. I got to ask you: why would an advanced species that can travel faster than the speed of light, which nothing actually can travel faster than the speed of light, that would live trillions of years on a spaceship, that for some strange
Because
reason,
what the guy just said in
hold
the
on
comment
a
section,
second. Let
I
me finish,
agree.
please.
It's a gas station. If you look at it like this, all these cars driving around the world, you have to stop by while you're traveling so that you can refuel, you can get resupplies.
So
you
the
can stop
most
at the gas station
advanced,
so you can
the
get a
most
Slurpee.
advanced
You need to
living
stop at the gas
species in the
station
world
so that you can get a pack of
that
beef jerky. You need to stop at the gas station so you can get more gas so you can fill up your rocket ship so you can keep going
and
on your
fuck
adventure.
monkeys.
So that's what they came
And
down.
you're an intergalactic alien species, and
Yes,
you
bro.
fuck monkeys.
Yes, because hear me out.
Why are you fucking
Listen, bro.
monkeys?
Listen, bro. You're not even listening, man. Because if I'm a
listening.
truck driver and I'm going to a gas station and I want to get a pack of beef jerky and a pack of smokes and some gas so I can fill up my truck so I can get on my adventure, I might just pick up a hooker there at the gas station. Just like the aliens came down to Earth and they came to dig up some resources because there's oil on the Earth. That's what they fill up their rocket ship with, is oil and fuel. And yeah, the aliens came down here
Okay.
and they were like the truckers going at the gas station
I thought you
to
said
get
we
their
were
stuff,
in
right?
a Matrix.
But hear me
I
out.
thought you said this wasn't even reality, and now you're talking
So
about
when the
fucking
aliens come
monkeys.
down here to fill up their gas tank at the gas station, yeah, they got a little horny and they fucked the monkeys. That's what happened. They got a little horny on their fucking gas station
Do
trip.
you have any evidence for this?
I don't need evidence because look at all the people in the comments. Like they agree, bro.
That's a very strange phenomenon you find in people. They will believe something either because they want to or they're afraid it's true, but with no evidence, and they'll believe it purely just
But
because
here's
they
the
want
thing,
to,
though. Here's the thing, egos.
even though it's not even possible.
Here's the thing,
Do you know
right?
what happens when do you know what happens when we try to go to space? What happens to astronauts?
Yes, there's no
They typically
oxygen. You want to
die.
know why? You want to know why they die? Is because the oxygen is so dense up there
No,
that
it's nothing to do with the oxygen. It's called the Kármán line. It's a physical boundary that we haven't been able to pass as in our human bodies. Now we got machines past it, but they typically die. The ones that do survive pass out, and the last thing they remember is their tongues boiling inside their heads. And we've
yeah.
come
Do you
to
know why?
learn
I'll
that
tell you why.
it's
The reason
because
why is because
we cannot live
pressure.
without. No, it's
Pressure. You want to know
because we
why?
know why.
It's pressure. There's
I'm not
pressure
guessing.
from
I
both
know
ways.
why.
The
No,
Earth
that's
is
not why.
pushing pressure
It's
out that
because
way,
the
and the
electromagnetic field
gravity
of the
from up in
planet.
space is pushing pressure this
It's
way,
the
so it
electromagnetic
crushes them.
field.
It literally crushes
It's
them.
electromagnetism. No, it's the radiation that's not being blocked by the electromagnetic shield. It's called the magnetosphere. It blocks the solar wind or radiation from the sun. They're being irradiated to death. It goes through everything. It's way more stronger than you'd have to create an electromagnetic field that the core of our planet produces. Now, the core of the planet spinning liquid iron creates an electromagnetic shield. That is the reason why we have an atmosphere. The Earth's electromagnetic shield is 100 times stronger than any other rocky planet in the observable universe. And that's why we have air to breathe, but Mars doesn't, Venus doesn't, and Mercury doesn't. Now, Mercury, Venus, and Mars, their cores are burnt out. Why does the Earth, that formed at the same time as all the other planets in our solar system, 4.5 billion years ago,
You cut out. You cut out at 4 billion years ago. Why does our Earth, just like all the other planets at 4.5 billion years ago, why is it just like
why
the
does
other?
it? No, why does ours have a magnetic shield that's 100 times stronger than any other planet in the observable universe?
You want to know
When
why?
every other planet,
It's
every other
because
rocky planet in our solar
when the
system is dead.
Anunnaki came down here, they gave technologies to the Earth that we didn't have before.
I'm literally giving you information that you didn't know before, and you're answering it with what you think. It's a guess. It's a good guess to go along with your Anunnaki
But
theory,
listen, you want to know why the
but it's
sky
not
is blue?
true.
Do you want to know why the sky is blue?
The refraction of light. I know
Yeah,
why.
the refraction of light of the oceans, because the oceans are all blue, and it's reflecting the light back from the
No, it's
sun back.
not. Then
Yes,
why isn't it?
we're
Why
seeing
isn't
what
it
the
blue at
sun sees.
nighttime?
The sun sees the blue ocean, and we see what the sun sees. It's reflecting of light, just like you said.
No,
Yes.
it's blue because the bow shape of the electromagnetic field is pushed inward by the sun's electromagnetic radiation, creating a more dense bow shape of our magnetic field that pulls the atmosphere in. It's about 60 Earth radii from the on the day side, and that's why Elon Musk keeps shooting rockets up there. But the night side, the electromagnetic field forms a tail behind our planet that stretches out hundreds and hundreds of Earth radii behind us, and that is the only place that we've ever been in space is behind our planet. It's like our planet is carving a tunnel out of existence or space
Because
or
it
reality.
is. Because, dude, I'm telling you right now, the reason being is because it is. If you look at the Earth right now, it's this little ball right here, like my eyeball, and the sun is like my head. It's this fucking big. So hear me out. What's happening is, especially with the vehicles, is speeding up time, but that's irrelevant because it's already been
Time's not
happening
real.
before technology was on this planet. This is what happens. The Earth is constantly in rotation, correct? So the Earth is constantly
Yes.
already in rotation. It's a ball that's spinning in the air. It's a bunch of molecules that
And it's
stuck together.
rotating and it's
Yep.
moving.
So what's happening
It's a
is the
corkscrew.
gravitational pull of the sun, due to the fact that the mass of the sun is so much bigger than the Earth, is pulling it
100
closer and
million times.
closer. So we're literally being
Nope.
sucked into a ball of fire. It's not that there's a meteor in the sky coming straight towards us. It's that there was a meteor coming in straight towards us. And now we're so close to the meteor. Hear me out. We're so close to the meteor now that it's pulling us closer to it. And we're going to burn up in a big ball of fire. This is hell. And that's how it is.
In 1995, a Chinese astrophysicist discovered water on the surface of the sun. The sun is the fourth state of matter. It's the most least understood thing on Earth because it doesn't actually occur on Earth except in lightning. This is the state of matter of lightning, where it's called plasma, where solid, gas, and liquid are no longer happening, and you have the fourth state. Plasma makes up 99.9% of the entire universe. Plasma is superheated, irradiated electromagnetic particles. They're charged. their their ions, the electrons have dissociated from the neutrons and the protons, the core of the atom, and they're free floating in the space around them. That's 99.9% of
I
space
want
or
to I want to
water.
talk a little bit more about the baseball theory that you have, that as the Earth, that ball is spinning, it's leaving basically a trail behind, and that's, you're saying, the only place
Yes,
that people have ever been able to successfully send a rocket up is through that trail that it leaves behind,
behind us.
that little area that
That's
it leaves
correct.
behind the ball going by. Okay.
That is correct. Because the firmament is real. It's called the magnetosphere. It actually does separate waters above from waters below, and they know this, uh, which is it's on the first
The
page of the
same way
Bible.
as if you were a baseball player and you were at the pitcher's mound and you threw a baseball,
A
that baseball
corkscrew.
has a trail basically behind it that
Yes,
leads.
and yes, and it's a trail from all the shit that the sun produces, but the sun is also traveling super fast through space. It's not corkscrewing; it's just going straight, and it leaves an even bigger trail behind it of, or I wouldn't say a
The
trail.
it,
It's leaving a void of trail,
Yes,
which
in the same way, if you see a jet go by in the sky, it doesn't leave like a skinny trail. It goes out. It darts out, kind of like. Shoop.
what's really fucked up.
What?
The shape of the magnetosphere and the trail behind it is literally in the shape of a person. The head is the dome part that's facing towards the sun, but behind us, it is like two arms, kind of like wings, and then two like legs. It's got they're magnetic lines. Um, they're very interesting. Now, from as far as I can tell, the inside of this corkscrew tunnel, like the wall, is impassable. Uh, as far as I've been able to determine, we have one ship called Voyager. It's just basically like a telescope that is just now reaching the outermost layer of the solar system, where it would be eventually leaving the
All
toroidal
right. Yeah,
field
we're
of
moving
our
on to the
sun.
next. We're gonna move on to the next topic because what do you think
But
about the
but
Earth is flat? What do you think about the Earth is flat? Because I think it's
flat's not
I think it's spherical.
flat's not a shape, and the people who think the Earth is flat and are running around screaming that shit are the funniest people in the fucking world because it's not a shape. It's the description of a shape. So yeah, it is flat, but it's normal on a ball or a sphere to have flat surfaces. That's
So
why
I
balls
want
don't
you to
just
give me your
roll
theory
into
because
oblivion.
I've heard a lot of flat Earth theorists think that there's some kind of round ring of like ice wall, and inside of it there's like a big pool with all these little
You know,
these land
so
masses on it. What do you think about that?
look, you need to look up Guillaume Delisle. I'll type him. He's the most famous cartographer of all. He was the first person to draw an accurate map of the world. The maps that we have today aren't accurate. They are right about that. They're more representative. But if you look at Guillaume Delisle's maps, uh, he only drew Antarctica a couple of times, but he was the first person to draw a flat Earth map. And on that map, which is called the planisphere, he explains that he's just drawing this for representative purposes and that people are going to try to use this map later to say that the Earth is flat, but they're idiots because flat is not a shape. And this was done in 1701. It's fucking hilarious. But they're literally going around Antarctica and they're thinking that it's this wall that's on the outside of a circle, but it's the wall that's on the inside of the circle. But if you go around a fucking circle, the wall's always on your left. And they don't understand it. There is an ice wall, but it's fucking Antarctica. They're fucking idiots. They're literally doing the exact now. If you because Antarctica is so big, it's almost like the lower half of the planet, really. Like South America, the bottom of it almost touches Antarctica. There's like only a little space in between it for people to go through. Australia's right there by it. For that to be true, it's like most of the land that we go to that we know of is just in the northern hemisphere. It's like all at the top of the ball. Uh, United States is itty bitty. So what they've been doing for the past 300 years is making the United States look big and making Africa look small for some reason.
Yeah.
This is what people think. They think there's a big ice ring and that there's fucking
Now,
icicles drooping down and that there's a big pool of
yes,
water that's been
take
settled.
that picture,
And they
but think about the outsides and stretch them around a ball.
No,
just
but
like you're putting a
hear
sticker
me
on a
out on
ball.
this. This is their
Yeah, yeah,
logic behind it. If you take a
I
cup of,
know.
if you
It's
take a cup
insane.
of water and you pour dirt in it, if you pour sediment and particles and stuff, right, it's gonna settle to the bottom. So this is their theory. Their theory is that all of these land masses are just sediment and stuff that's solidified and fucking,
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know, it don't make sense.
Bro, listen, man. I think their brains are flat. I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. They're spatially challenged, bro. I've tried to talk to them. Um, they have good evidence, but none of their evidence proves that the Earth
They
looks
have
like a
no
disc.
evidence. They have zero evidence.
Well, no, the things that they have are interesting, but they have nothing to do with the shape of the planet. They're like, they won't let you go to Antarctica. I'm like, okay, well, let's figure out why. Let's not think the Earth is flat. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you going there? Just because they won't let us doesn't mean the Earth is flat. And they're like, you can see the moon in the day. And I'm like, fucking yeah, it's swirling around the planet, you idiot. It's like far away and the sun's even further away. Why could you not see it during the day? And they say the Earth is supposed to drop 8 inches every mile. And so why can we see across lakes? And I'm like, well, according to you, if I walked around the planet and I kept walking, I would eventually walk into the core because I'd be going down 8 inches, you
See, the
fucking
thing
idiot.
is, the thing is that potentially the moon might not even be real. The moon could be, like I told you, the reflection of the sky being blue, being the ocean reflecting. It could just be the sun reflecting its shadow up into the sky, like the bat symbol, essentially. And that's why we see the
But
moon. But the moon's really just a reflection of the sun.
yes, but one thing very interesting about the moon, the dark spots on the moon, correspond to the land on the Earth. If you were to take the moon and fill it with water and raise those dark spots, it would look like the Earth. There's a possibility that the 7 planets that are not Earth, the other 7 planets, are representations of the earth at different stages in our life, as in the earth's life, the sun being the end, because the core of our planet is just like the sun. And the sun, when it has, right now we're in the worst solar storm that we've ever experienced. We get hit by about 30 solar storms every couple days, and it's usually one every 3 months. But the solar flares, coronal mass ejections, things like that. But when we have a solar flare hit the planet, there's vibrations in the core that correspond on the other side of the planet. It's almost as if the core is shooting the solar flare that's coming and hitting us on the outside. Or it's I mean, because there's even seismic activity that corresponds with it. It's fucking freaky. But perhaps not the sun is the core of the planet, but a representation, and the moon a representation of the earth, then at different stages, the beginning and the end, and the 7 planets being the intercedings. You go from Mercury, which is right before the moon stage at our very end, the death, the night, where the sun, the beginning, then it cools down. It looks like Jupiter at one point, it gets smaller, Mars, then us, Saturn. The ring that is around Saturn could have formed the moon. I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities. I'm not sure. When we actually look up at the night sky and we see some of these things we call planets and stars, they're literally just glowing lights, and the representations that we make are guesses. We don't fucking know if there's anything out there. Matter of fact, this will creep you out. If you have a VR headset, or just watch a video of the International Space Station. Once you get up high enough in the sky, brother, the stars fucking disappear. And it's black. It is black, and there are no stars. They say it's because of light diffusion, but that's fucking ridiculous. There's no stars, and those stars might not even exist. What we do see is lower in the atmosphere, plasma from these distant stars shines. It's almost as if the stars are being created right there for our benefit, and they're not even real. or not even a giant universe out there. We're looking at these little spots of lights that are twinkling and look like rings sometimes, and then we're making all these assumptions, and that's science. Uh, even with the strongest telescopes, it's not even. But your theory about getting closer to the sun, it's not possible. Joseph Nicholas Delisle in 1750 something, who's the
You
brother
said
of
it's
Guillaume
not
Delisle.
possible for us to get any closer to the sun.
Yeah, listen. We determined the distance from the planet to the sun, from Earth to the sun in 17. Joseph Nicholas Delisle did by looking at the stars, looking at Halley's comet, looking at the sun, putting a hole in a piece of paper and holding it up, and in a dark room, and having, or you can put a hole in the wall and have, when the sun comes through, you can see the sun on the other side, like on the floor or whatever, right? They did all of that and calculated the distance. Now that we have big telescopes and all these other things, it's still the exact same distance, and all of those experiments yield the same result. The math is still the same, therefore we cannot be getting closer, because that's the sun that we would see would be bigger as it got closer. However, it remains the same size. Even if you do that experiment, it would be free with a piece of paper and a dark room during the day, and you would see the exact same thing.
So you don't think that the Earth is gonna burn up from the sun?
I would say that the Earth is in control of the sun. Our electromagnetic field is so powerful, it's almost as if we have the sun locked down and not the sun locking us down. It's almost every solar flare that leaves the sun hits us, almost every single one. Right?
Do you think that's due to the fact that just because our planet's smaller, it's more denser, so it has a higher electromagnetic field because all the molecules are closer together?
We have no fucking explanation for why our electromagnetic field is so strong. It shouldn't be. And that's one of the reasons why we don't really understand gravity that well either, because the gravity on our planet is exactly the same, uniform, no matter where you are on the planet. But there's areas of like higher density and lesser density. It should be different, but it's exactly 9.82 meters per second squared no matter where the fuck you go, and we don't know why. And that's way stronger than it should be according to the size of our planet, and we don't fucking know why. And that's the reason why we haven't been able to dispel this whole Einstein theory of relativity. But the law of the gravitational forces of the universe were established by Newton 300 years before that, by a fucking genius who made it in a mathematical equation that can never be disproven. The universal attraction of all matter to all other forms of matter. That makes fucking sense, but it still doesn't explain why that the gravity is uniform. We've had trouble landing on the moon again. Now, bear in mind that we can only land on the moon while it is behind us. We cannot make it. We cannot get to it while it's in front of us because the sun's right there, and we can't get past the fucking magnetosphere. So we would be chasing the motherfucker. So once it's behind us and inside our magnetosphere, because it's not always in. Sorry, what?
Are you on mushrooms? Are you
No.
Are you tripping?
Nah, bro. Nah. This is science. I'm just obsessed with astrophysics, bro. Fucking, I've eaten mushrooms probably 1,000 times. I used to go picking every weekend. I've probably eaten more mushrooms than anybody in this world. Last time I ate mushrooms, I didn't even feel like I was tripping. You know. But I'm an electrical engineer and specialize in electromagnetic field technology, radio frequency shit for the military or whatever. So I just know a lot about electromagnetic frequency. But anyway, the moon doesn't have equal areas of gravitational pull. It has stronger gravitation in some spots and then weaker in others. So that's why India and Russia keep crashing, because they can't calibrate to the changing in fluctuation in gravity. Which to me it probably means that there's water or frozen water or ice maybe like in certain parts under the dust of the moon. but we did find water on the surface of the moon. But I would say a dense, large area of water, probably at the top or bottom, or it's got to be the bottom, fucking Antarctica. God damn it. I think the moon is like Earth after it's died. That's sad. It would almost maybe not a matrix like in pod things.
Do you
Like
know any
I don't really.
producers?
Maybe on the edge of, maybe on the verge of a black hole in the event horizon, and we've somehow managed to put ourselves in a perpetual cycle of, in this infinite yet instant moment of being crushed into an infinitesimally small but dense, denser than 1,000 suns, right? In one itty bitty area, and right before our particles are being ripped apart and scrunched into this, we are in this creation of ours. But what seems a little bit more likely to me is this: that there was a God, and that God created consciousness and started life, and that was a couple billion years ago, and life just grew, and every so many years since humans came about, we get really feisty, and the sun gets really feisty, and there's a group of us that starts killing the shit out of us, and instead of letting it get too bad, God sends a solar flare down to kill all the wicked people every now and then, to help us out, but mainly lets us just play in the mud down here.
I agree with you. So let's talk about this. My theory about, how I was talking about how the fact that there may be a metaverse. I also, before this came up with this theory, I had a theory that there's multiple versions of Earth, and that I think you were talking about that earlier.
With the planets,
I have
yeah,
a theory that this is either the second or even third, maybe even fourth iteration of Earth. It could be even more
yeah,
for all I know. But I think that what
yeah.
happened is what you were just saying, that God created this Earth same way a human can take a ball of clay and roll it up in his fucking hands, type shit.
Of
Anyway,
course, in the Quran, God says that
I
He can
think
make
that
the earth, destroy
due
it, and
to the
remake it again.
like you're talking about, due to the corruption, is God needs to reset, and that's why He sends that solar flare, aka the sun. Every once in a while,
Yeah,
he'll send that sun down, and essentially, the same way you could take a ball of
flood.
clay and you can make a ball of clay, you can put it in a kiln and burn it down and
Yeah,
and rebuild it. And I think that's
yeah,
what he's doing pretty soon. There's going to be a big reset, and whether we're consciously even there or he does it in a way that we don't even know, and we just wake up and we're in the next version, we don't know. But
I'd agree. I would say that those of us who aren't wicked or evil would be spared, and what would be left without all the wicked people in the world? Fucking
and
paradise,
and
bro.
that's why I think you're so interested in my theory about that, because I think that we're both kind of on the same wavelength with that.
I would agree. And I would say that it's really soon, probably this year. Because actually, I know it's coming. And what did the Christians say about Jesus? They say Jesus will come on a cloud. Well, what if that cloud's a fucking solar flare that
Hi,
makes it?
Eggos.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Icy
Nothing,
Ace of Spade?
nothing much. Just chilling. I'm gonna be a host tomorrow.
You're gonna be a host tomorrow?
I mean, I'm a veteran of 10 years, so yeah, I just had a re-audition.
I'm a host now, but I don't know what it means.
So when you're a host, you get paid. You actually get paid.
So, what do I need to do?
Just get your beans.
Get my beans. Okay.
That's all you need to do. Get your beans, you get your money.
Get my beans, get my money. I don't even know what that means.
No, you get your beans, the gifts, and you get your money.
Get my beans, get my gifts, get my money. Nope. Listen, this is like I've only been live like a few times.
Hold up. Let me try to explain it to you a little easier.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing for real.
So
I
what you're
usually do
doing,
TikTok.
you're
I usually do TikTok.
well, it's
And
okay. This is an easier platform to be on.
it's a lot cool. It's got a lot more features for real.
And the people are toxic, but don't worry, you have
I'm not
Super
gonna-
Z Tony.
Yeah, I don't care what people are. I mean, I literally argue with people that think killing babies is a good thing.
Oh my god.
I spend my time trying to convince people that Zionists and Israel are psychopathic maniac monsters, and I do it by making them admit to that in front
They
of.
won't accept it. They won't accept it, dude. They're just too hard in the head.
No, dude. They fucking love killing babies. It's fucking
That's
sick.
wrong.
Dude.
That's
They're
wrong.
they're obsessed with it. In the military, if you shoot a kid and then shoot yourself in the foot and blame it on the kid, you get promoted.
What the fuck?
It's fucking insane. It's fucking insane, dude. I talk
Sorry,
with them every day.
Is it
Every
okay
day.
if I say hi to the host?
Yeah, please go ahead. I'll be quiet.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Are you doing better?
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
I tried to call you.
I was sleeping all day, but yeah.
I know. That's why I didn't call again, because you were sleeping.
I also don't have
I
don't have notifications on. Like
Turn them on.
I don't get people's calls.
Oh.
I can't because like I'm always live streaming, and then people will call me all the time, and then while I'm like in the middle of live.
Oh, but you better keep it on for me. Turn on my notifications.
Okay.
I just appreciate you guys so much because you guys care about the world, and people don't understand that. We're sick. We're sick in the head. Like every medication that they're giving us, every fucking stupid ass medical grade drug that they're giving us is fucking me up. They have me on 5 medications, my dude.
You don't need any of them.
No, I need marijuana
They have her on
and nicotine.
Haldol,
Yeah.
dog. They have her on
Some people need marijuana.
They have her on Haldol.
Dude, I'm on Haldol.
No, you don't need any of that shit. Listen, there weren't pills 100 years ago. Do you know who's...
No, there-
Okay, here. This will make you feel better. After World War II, it's called Project Paperclip. Henry Kissinger, who was an Ashkenazi, brought Nazis over here from World War II, from Germany, right? The Nazis started Hollywood, mainstream media, the CIA, and Big Pharma. So they made the movies, they played the news, they drugged the people, and then they arrested them for it. The CIA brought cocaine into Florida and then convinced all those Cubans and black people, and they suppressed the whole black people in the United States and in New York and everywhere by giving them drugs. Big Pharma is the Nazis.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're the ones making all these pills. You know, if you eat fucking 20 Tylenol, you're dead. You know what I'm saying?
Dude. No, not my body. My body can accept like any drug, like any,
I'm talking
because
about the 500 milligram ones, the big horse
No,
pills.
that's what I'm taking right now.
Tylenols? 20 Tylenols?
No, I'm not taking 20 Tylenols.
Don't
I'm
take
taking
20
the
Tylenols,
5.
your liver will
I'm
fail.
taking. I'm literally taking 500 milligrams every 6 hours.
Of Tylenol?
Yeah, because my throat hurts like
Don't
so
do
bad.
that. You don't need
I have.
that. No,
I have to, because my dad
that's
won't
what
let me.
the Tylenol does. It makes you feel like you have to keep taking it to get rid of those
No,
pains.
no.
All you
Egos, logos.
It's logos.
I don't need that though. Like I don't need it. That's the thing. I don't need it.
That's
All
what
I
I'm
need is
saying. You have everything in you that you already need.
no. But the thing is, I can't stop because I can't stop my medication because I'm a court order treatment in Arizona.
Tylenol was not part of any type of court order. They can't test for it, so you don't have to worry about it. If they can't find out if you take it or not.
No, but I don't. I want to take my Tylenol. My throat hurts bad.
Yeah, but guess what? You own your body, and nobody has the right to tell you what you have to put in it. They can
Logos.
fuck off.
I literally had a allergic reaction to my Haldol.
I know. Then why are you taking it?
I have to. That's what they put me on.
Do you know?
I have to take these medications.
Okay,
Like there's nothing I can't get around that.
I'll try to.
I'm literally forced.
Okay.
I'm
I get it.
I'm literally forced to take these drugs.
I get it. I'm
like
sorry.
for 365 days until I can put an order in for 160-day reduction.
No, I get it. I'm sorry. I'll try to.
No,
I'm trying to fix it.
I know, but you can't fix it for me. I'm stuck.
Well, perhaps I'll fix it for everybody if I'll die trying.
Well, you will get the word out. You're already getting the word out now. There's 313 people in here.
I'm trying to reform the government. There's a lot of those people are bots.
Why don't you just what's it called? Why don't you just advocate for yourself and become president?
I've been trying. Okay, listen. It doesn't matter if you run for president. Nobody voted Joe Biden in. They in February of last year, they completely took control of our government.
Yeah.
They don't just influence it with money in APEC or lobbying or anything. They control our government from a foreign country. Our government's not meeting. There's no war council that's. I see that pizza, bro. There's not a war council that's been meeting that's sending our military to bomb Yemen and Syria.
Hey, can you guys help me? I'm not allowed to use the oven by myself, so can you guys remind me that I'm cooking because I have dementia. I have a head injury. So
hey Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes.
Thank you, buddy.
15 minutes starting now.
Thanks, Alexa.
Why didn't Alexa respond?
She did.
What'd she say?
Setting time or hey Jay, setting the timer.
No,
for 15
but did she say thank you? You're welcome.
Yeah, she says you're welcome.
I didn't hear her say you're welcome.
Alexa, thank you.
You're so welcome. Your kindness really gives me a charge.
Oh,
Gives her a charge.
I love Alexa. She's so cool.
She is really cool. I had a theory one day that because AI can never exist, right? A lot of people think AI is like a thing.
No, AI is a thing, though.
No, listen, not true artificial intelligence, right? I'm talking about it would have to make itself, right?
Oh.
Yeah, and that's the problem that we run into and why we can't have true artificial intelligence. Because we have to tell it to be made at this point. What we have to program it and then let it do what it does. But we can't just let it happen. It manifests itself. That's what we're waiting on.
Because that's what's going to happen and we're all going to die.
No, it's not possible. And I realized something. To have consciousness, like you and I, it had to have come from something with consciousness. Everything that comes up into this world came from something that has that property. Like for you to borrow $1 from me, I have to have the dollar to give you, right?
Yeah, regardless if it's Cash App or PayPal or Venmo or Zelle.
Yeah, I have to have the dollar, right? So that's the same aspect applies to qualities. Like for me to eat an orange, the orange has to be on the tree. The tree has to have the orange to give me. So then does consciousness have to come from a consciousness? A woman and a man have to get together, two consciousnesses, to make a consciousness, a child, which leads to more consciousnesses in the world. We are creating consciousnesses, but what about the first person that was conscious? It could not have come from nothing.
But wait, did it come first from a chicken or the egg?
Well, eggs were by the
eggs were first.
The oldest Bible, the Chaldean version of Genesis, the oldest extant Bible of ancient, like Sumeria or whatever, it says big reptiles when it's describing the creatures that God made. They took it out because they didn't know what a big reptile was, and then discovered dinosaurs later. It's crazy. But Adam wasn't the first human. It never says that anywhere. In Genesis 2:7, it says God breathed life into a living soul. Adam was the first conscious human, where we were animals before that. consciousness that like we have, like an AI would have to be an artificial intelligence, would have to be made then by God. But what if everybody in the world prayed for God to talk to us through AI? How crazy would that be? Imagine Alexa waking your ass up in the morning and then like telling you got to go to work, but it's only 2 hours and you're gonna get paid $1,000, but you don't even need money because they already ordered all the shit that you needed, and the pizza shows up at your fucking house. It's already done. It's
Yeah?
your favorite pizza, and you were hungry right
Hey,
then.
can you guys
That's
hear
what the
me?
fuck I'm talking about.
Can you guys hear me?
Barely. There's a TV in the background that's making it impossible to hear shit.
Oh, it's my TV. I gotta go outside. Hold on.
That's all good.
I gotta turn down
I've
this
been talking
volume
over it
because
anyway.
it's too loud. Hold up. Wait a second. I'm watching some like interesting shit
This
about
bro's
the
crazy,
world.
dude.
Bro, this TV looks so cool. It's like a 50 inch.
Dude, he's ran around in a circle, bro.
Bro, like I
What
have
did you just put
ADHD or
us in?
something.
What did you just put us in?
You hear me? I have ADHD, dude.
Do you like tempting Vigo? Dude, I didn't even notice you had a band-aid on your face this whole time. I had no idea. I thought that was just like part of the tattoo. Had no idea.
You know what's underneath it?
No, yeah, you told me what it was. I just hadn't even thought about it. I know it now. But yeah, I was like looking. I was like, what? Yeah, I didn't even see when you said you had a D on your forehead. I was like, I mean, or your cheek or whatever. I didn't know what you were talking about. I see it now. But I totally didn't even notice. Band-Aid. Shit. Had no idea. That's wild, man. But anyway, look, dude, you should join my Discord, bro. I'm trying to get everybody and enough people to support the movement. I'm calling the movement "We the People," but I definitely need to reform the government for sure. We got to. Anyway, I'm gonna bounce. I can't really take that TV noise too much longer. I'll lose my mind.
I got to go.
No, I gotta wait on
There
the
you go.
pizza. Never mind. I can't leave that. I gotta wait on the pizza. Never mind. I got the timer going. Oh, dang, you kicked her. Thanks, brother.
Sorry about that.
No, dude, it's all good, man. I mean, she was cool, but I don't know what she would do that, leaving the TV on like that. That's just crazy. But yeah, man, we got to reform the government, dude. They're gonna put everybody in the concentration camps and do what they're in carpet bombs. I mean, they're gonna do what they're doing to Gaza. They're gonna do it to us. They fucking tell me that every single day. They fucking hate us, man. They hate the Palestinian people, but there's only one people they hate more than the Palestinian people, and that is Americans. These motherfuckers call us the golden calf, that they milk us for our money and resources. Do you know that every single child in Israel gets to come to the United States, go to college for free, gets paid on top of that a monthly stipend, and they don't have to have any certain grades or criminal record or anything. They all get to. Every child in Israel. And the United States government pays for it. But the United States doesn't fucking do that for its own citizens. It's fucking sick.
Sorry, my phone gets overheated. I have to put it in the fucking freezer like every 10 minutes.
Don't even worry about it, bro. I ain't even tripping. I think that shit happened to my phone earlier.
Yeah, dude, I used to have an iPhone XR, and that shit was pretty good for live streaming. I never really had many problems. Like, it would overheat when I did long streams for like 5 hours plus. That's understandable. But this thing fucking, as soon as you get on live, even if you just go on the app, you're not even streaming. makes your phone overheat so bad.
What kind of phone do you use?
So this is an XS. So I had the XR, and then that shit broke, and I had to downgrade to the XS, which is like the original iPhone 10.
Okay, so I got an iPhone 12 something. I don't know what it is. Phone cooler option on it. There's a phone cool. He said there's a phone cooler option on it. Download Clean Master. Oh, okay. It's an app he's talking about. I don't trust those apps, man. I feel like they just burn up more processing speed and shit, but it might be onto something.
Nah,
Dude, you think,
what's it called? Yo, PK.
he said it's a really old map, Clean Master. I mean, it's probably not that bad, but there's got to be an option on the iPhone itself to do it.
You know, I could do it manually, just go through and try to like clear all the data and stuff and like cookies that might be building up.
Nah, iPhones don't do that shit. Androids only do that shit. Yeah, iPhone only uses what it's using right now. That's why it's so much better, like playing games and streaming and stuff. Deleting all the cookies ain't gonna change nothing.
I don't even
factory,
think this is my hat, dude. I don't even think this is my hat. I think this is my
Now, if you take it to a Best Buy and get the battery replaced, that might actually help. Because iPhones are like crazy alien technology. It ain't like an Android. You can pop the battery out and put a new one in. The battery is like the brain of the computer, but it's only $45, and it makes your iPhone like brand new. And you can look and just check out your battery's like status. Like it's it'll tell, like it's got like a health thing that the iPhone will tell you. If it's like under 50%, you should get that bitch replaced, because that bitch will run like it's brand new if you do that. And for $45, that shit ain't bad at all, for real. It's worth a new iPhone. Because I only got a 12, but I put a new battery in this thing, and it runs all these streaming apps like it's perfect. I think it just got hot for the first time, and I've been doing TikTok for like 6 months now. But I had to check out a new app, man, because I got 4 accounts on TikTok, and they get continuously banned, man. Continuously banned. And on TikTok, it's like fucking, it's like 1984 in that motherfucker. You can't say the word kill. You can't say the word genocide. You can't say the word Hamas or fucking, dude, it's weird, man. Freedom of speech is so fucking necessary. When you gotta watch what you fucking say, shit is wrong. People should be allowed to say whatever the fuck they want to, except these fucking Zionists.
Can you set a timer for 10 minutes?
I already got that one for 15 going.
I know, but I just put the pizza in. Can you set one for 10?
Oh, you want to do 10 minutes now? Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. Alexa, cancel the last timer.
15-minute timer cancelled.
Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. Alexa, if you don't set a timer for 10 minutes, I'm going to get your ass. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Starting now.
That's what I thought. Bitch, better have my money. Yeah, man. So, what I'm going to do is, if I can get enough notoriety and support, and some sponsors or whatever, I'm going to get enough people. All I would really need was 13, just like the founding fathers did when they formed the government with the 13 colonies. Get one from every of those same 13 colonies. Probably call in the National Guard, go to Washington, D.C., and abolish the previous government and our government to the Articles of Confederation, the Declaration of Independence, rewrite a new constitution. I would just take control of the military, or I guess it could be a council of us, whoever the 13 people were. I mean, it's not really important, because I wouldn't do anything bad with it. I would immediately save the people in Palestine and Gaza, because they're starving to death. But then Syria, Lebanon, and everywhere in the world, because that's what the United States military should be doing. It should be issuing justice, not corroborating a genocide. It's fucking stupid. I got cousins. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, the fish is what's up.
Yeah, I'm just showing
Bro,
the viewers because they like to look at it.
yeah, I got cousins that went to the war in Afghanistan and Iraq. Bro, they made them shoot turret gunfire into neighborhoods with women and children, like just for shits and giggles. Like that's how fucking sick these wars were, man. I can't. One of my cousins that went over there, I can't even fucking talk to him anymore. After he got back, he was just like fucking mentally gone. And they made him beat the shit out of a dude for a month straight that was locked in this prison for no reason. It wasn't even interrogating him, just beat the shit out of him every day. Dude didn't even do anything wrong. And that was his orders from his officer. It fucked him up mentally, dude. It's crazy as fuck. But they do that shit to keep us fucking, to keep us down, like you said earlier, to keep us weak and fucking unmotivated and disenfranchised, and and they pit us against each other. They make white males look like we all did something wrong. Like every white male in the world is to blame for everything that's happened in the past. When now what we have is a juxtaposition. We have from what I experienced, and I've never treated anybody different than anybody else. I've never been racist or sexist against anybody. Yet people are racist against me everywhere I go. I go into a panel with like a bunch of black guys. I don't even think about it. I just say, I'm saying, hey, they're talking about God or whatever. I don't say what's up. And they start yelling at me, calling me cracker and shit. What the fuck? I'm like, this is how they must have felt when those other those white people weren't my ancestors. My dad's from fucking Canada. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking anything to do with the United States. I was born here, but my dad wasn't. None of my ancestors fucking had slaves. We were enslaved. But that's what they want, the divide and conquer. And we fall right into the fucking trap every time. And make somebody feel a little special, And what do? They take that and they tell everybody else that they're not special, that they're the only ones. Fucking idiots, man. Gotta love them, though. I don't even get mad at it. I'm like, dude, you don't even know me. Why would you talk shit? Motherfuckers. Yeah, Drippy. I'll shut the fuck up. If you give me something better, if you got something better to say, go and say it then, buddy. Just sit here in silence all you want. But I got this timer I gotta wait on for Homeboy. And when people don't talk, I tend to feel a little awkward. Why the fuck would I be sitting on this app if ain't nobody talking? Shout out to any good cops, though. Dude, if there are good cops, for real, shout out. There are some good cops, man. We need good cops, bro, because if shit hits the fan and, like, Mexican gang cartels, like, wanted to, like, take over a neighborhood or something like that, cops would be the only motherfuckers you got to help you. Or if, like, these fucking Poland, Caucasian Oscar Schnazis, Israeli fucking hyenas showed up. And, man, they do that shit. They do that shit in fucking Palestine, bro. A group of them will show up, pull somebody out of their home, and just take it. They'll take your TV and everything. And they're like, this is my home now. And the military and the cops help them. And they won't help you. That's how most of the people in Palestine have been removed from their homes. Fucking, what have I been up to tonight? Are you talking to me or somebody else? It's super sad, man. It's super sad. In 1947, there's a documentary called Tentura. You should watch it.
Are
It's
you talking
even
about
made.
Tartaria?
Nah, man.